since they moved him to the slot, his ability to get open is terrible. Like, he's just not separating. He's just a big body. He's a glorified tight end who's a little bit faster. He's got great hands. He's pretty good in traffic, but he's not open. Like, you need these wide receivers to have bigger windows, and big, especially for somebody with Big Ben's arm strength, is the windows being shortened really hurts Ben Roethlisberger trying to reach Juju unless they just blow the coverage. And Deontay is an outrageously good route runner. And Claypool is going to be blossoming. I don't know if I think he might regress a little bit because of how insane his touchdown numbers were.
Yeah, 11 touchdowns, right? 11?
Yeah, he had, I think, 8 receiving, 3 rushing, but he's a playmaker in that you want that in that offense. And so, yeah, he's not going to be far behind at the end of the day, but I don't think he's going to be as surprised to these defenses. Like, now they know that the guy 6'4" guy that runs a 4.4 is pretty good. And so they're going to have to focus their efforts to stop him more. And we saw that at the end of the year where it was more of the Deontay show once he was fully healthy, because they were like, oh, we can't let Claypool get loose. Juju's going to cover himself. Ebron's going to drop everything in sight. Deontay's going to drop a few, but he's going to get so many targets that it really doesn't matter.
Yeah, and you have to wonder if Juju's season with with the last season with Antonio Brown, if that was just a major fluke at this point. I mean, it just seems like he's built to be a number 2 or a number 3. He's not a guy that can take over the game for you. He's a guy who will move the chains and really not much more.
And also, you got to think of like the Ravens, how they went and now they're playing a lot of man-to-man and blitzing. Like the reception perception that I've been able to get from Matt Harmon, shout out him. Shout out. His data is great for this, and I mean, I'll correlate it to DFS. Juju was in the 50th percentile for winning man, which is one of the worst rates in the NFL. To give you, an idea, Jalen Reagor posted a 44th percentile this past season, and just bad, just very bad against man coverage. And in DFS, like I found some numbers where I was able to see the man coverages, percentages, and zone coverages. And for the Titans, when the Steelers played the Titans, Deontay Johnson got 15 targets and Juju got 15 targets. For DraftKings points, Deontay Johnson scored 37, Juju scored 12.
Yeah.
How do you get 15 targets as a receiver and score 12 points when you get a point per catch is just crazy to me. And with this season, like,
he's not a threat. No. He's not a threat.
Yeah.
If you have a wide receiver, you would hope the guy's a stinking threat to make a big play, but he's simply not.
Yeah, I mean, and the difference between him and Keenan Allen, who had like similar stats last year, is that Keenan's going to get you stuff down the field. Like he can break plays. He's a big play threat, and you just don't have. Because I actually saw someone comparing the two, and I wanted to bring that up for sure. One is going to have, first of all, Justin Herbert is much better than Ben Roethlisberger. That's the big part. And the second part is Keenan Allen is just a better field stretcher at this point. Juju has not been a field stretcher, and he really wasn't. He was able to. Ben had a much better arm in that season, so I really think it's been declining year after year, and the elbow thing really screwed him up so bad.
Yeah. So elbow, I mean, as a former baseball player, elbow injuries are never going to go away, no matter what you do to them. Even after surgery, you're not going to feel the same comfort level with just letting it rip. You're always going to have in the back of your mind, what if I feel something weird on one occasion? And we've seen the Michelin Man pictures from training camp already. It's like Big Ben's wrapped up in ice packs all over his body already, and it's not even midnight. We haven't started playing yet. And it's just sad because anybody who compares Keenan Allen they were comparing to Juju. Keenan Allen annihilates man coverage. Like he's up at the very top. You know why? Because he actually runs routes. He's got the same build as Juju. They're both not really explosive speed guys, but Keenan Allen plays with intelligence. And that's one thing I always look for in a player that I want to roster is how smart, how savvy to the game is this player. And it really matters with quarterbacks. It really matters with wide receivers because they have to adapt to different things on the fly. And you never see Juju adapt.